Hi, guys. Welcome back to another 351 podcast. We're just going to quickly introduce ourselves for those who don't know. I'm Sonia.
Philippe.
Vasco.
Daniela.
And today we're going to speak about romantic relationships and how we've moved on if we've been through a breakup and tips and advice to move on.
Who wants to start sharing?
Who has exes here?
We
all do. How many exes we've had, first of all, right?
Yes.
So I'll count mine as 3.
You'll count yours as 3?
Yeah, because there's
Yeah.
some relationships like you were too young and doesn't really count.
Like situationships.
Then I'll say 2 then.
Okay, I've had 1.
I've had 2. What?
Caught you off guard.
Really?
two.
What do you mean?
Wait, 2? I'm a bit okay.
I only know one.
I only
We'll
know one
elaborate
too.
later. We'll elaborate
Okay,
later. But
so
how many have
I've only had one serious relationship.
you? Okay, now let's bring it back. 2.
2, yeah. Which
I still
two?
don't
What do you guys
know.
mean?
Like I don't know. Do you know? Fleep.
I know
I know
one for
2.
sure.
You know
I
two.
So you
dated-
know 2.
I dated one in the UK when I was studying and one in
Oh
Portugal.
my god, I forgot
And
that.
one where?
You know the
Portugal.
other one.
Yeah.
Ah, you know she doesn't count that as dating, and you're counting it as.
Whoa!
No, it's fine. It's, what matters is what
Whoa.
he counts as a
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah.
I think it's because... Okay, I'll explain later. Though.
Yeah, you can explain later.
Actually, we can explain now. You can start.
yeah,
it's
you can
because-
start.
But I think maybe it's because it was like a really short thing and it didn't...
Mm,
Yeah.
Right? But all of my the 2 relationships I've had have been... 3
Short.
months. Yeah.
but I think it's more because like during those months that you were dating, like 1 month you didn't
Oh.
even see each other,
That's
and
true.
you talked really little.
But how short are we talking about?
It was like 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
Not too short,
Okay,
but
that's-
short.
Okay.
That makes sense though. Yeah, it was during
I think
COVID.
it was not very intense, right?
Yeah, it
like the
wasn't.
feelings that you had towards one another.
Yeah.
And it was
That's why
during
she doesn't count.
it was during summer, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Then do you label it as a summer fling?
Ooh, might have been that. We were young and reckless.
Wilding.
Where I've recently got called a sweet summer child.
What?
What's
that?
what
So-
is that?
No, because not yesterday, but I've had a company lunch and we were talking, and all of them are 27 and above, at least. They're in their 30s. And a lot of references they said was about old artists in the 80s, and celebrities that I didn't know.
Mhm.
And I was like, wait, who's that? He's like, and the colleague she said, you're such a sweet summer child, which is a person who's very young and doesn't know anything.
White sweet summer.
And maybe you were a sweet summer child too during your summer fling.
Wait, I think
Wait, with your other ex was after this? Or was it
Before.
It was
Before.
before.
Yeah, my first girlfriend was before that. Yeah.
How did you guys break up?
Which one?
the first or the
choose.
second.
You
yeah,
choose.
you
The
choose.
first one. I mean, the first one. Oh, the first
Stop doing
one.
that.
I went to her parents' house for dinner one day,
That's when you broke up.
and then it was like really complicated because she still thought about her ex, and then we
Ooh.
talked, and basically I asked her a few questions, which confirmed that this wouldn't work, and then I asked her, okay, yeah, then we should break up, and then yeah, that's how we broke up, and then the next day was so awkward because we woke
Oh, you were
up.
there. You were staying at her
Yeah,
house.
I was still staying at her house.
Oh,
Oh.
you broke up.
You broke
on
up
the
there.
day.
But did
Yeah.
you break up with her?
Yeah, I brought
Because
it
she was
up.
always talking about her ex.
Yeah, I brought it up, and also because I discovered that she was still talking to her through message because
Whoa.
her ex was in the U.S. and we were in the U.K. Yeah, that really
Whoa.
sucked.
So
Yeah.
while you guys were together, she was texting him.
Yeah,
And you only found out when you broke up with her, or
No,
you
it
already
was like
knew.
it was like 2 months in,
Eee.
Yeah.
Red flag.
But it's
but
good that you
Right.
cut it.
Yeah,
rather
soon.
fast.
Yeah.
Took-
Yeah.
it took me like a month. I should have done it right away.
Yeah, but
But-
it's understandable.
Yeah, I
That
was
was
young and
nice.
naive. It was my first.
But in the moment when you're like, you really like the other person, like
It's
it's
hard.
hard. It's
yeah,
hard.
I would always think that I'd be able to change her mind.
Yeah.
and, so naive.
But I've had a similar experience that when I actually did you break up with her and then you guys went to sleep and then the next day, or did you tell her the day after you decided and then the day after you broke up?
No, it was on that night.
On the night.
And
So
then-
you sleeping
You slept together on that night?
Yeah,
because he was staying at
Yeah,
your
at
parents'
their house.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we took
Hard.
and then we took the cab from London to Nottingham. It was like 3 hours. Oh my god. bro.
Wait, did the parents know the day after?
No,
Or okay.
but I think maybe they could
least.
feel something off.
Yeah.
Yeah, because me and her, we weren't really talking. And I was still like helping her parents out with some stuff because their English wasn't, none of their English was really good. So I was helping them read through some letters and do the car insurance. Oh,
Yeah.
Tough. What about the second one?
the second one, yeah, I feel like we kind of rushed into the relationship and then the feelings weren't very strong. And then one day I thought it would be better to end it instead of dragging this out. Because at first, I would tell myself, oh, maybe I'll end up liking her
Yeah.
the more time I spent with her. But I feel like that ended up kind of backfiring and it just made it feel really forced.
How long
And
did you drag it for? Since the moment that you thought that until the breakup? You
I
wanted.
think like 2 months.
2 months.
Well, that's a long.
Okay, it's
time.
not that bad
Yeah.
because
So wait, you
But
went
they were
into this
1 month into the relationship.
wait,
And
the
he already
relationship
knew.
was 3 months.
Yeah.
So
Think
after the
roughly.
first month, you already having thoughts that maybe this isn't
Yeah.
it.
But you didn't go into this relationship knowing that you really like her, basically.
No, I think at first the feelings were quite strong.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Feelings of attraction.
And then it faded.
Yeah, and then it's faded
Mm.
'Cause
relatively quickly.
The initial tension and all the feelings are there.
Yeah.
Then there's a big crash after you actually start dating.
And what I really told myself was that yeah, it's normal to have this like high in the beginning and for it to come down.
Also, you thought it was like normal.
I thought it was normal.
Yeah.
But
But
one
then
thing
it was always.
that was kind of bad was also that I kind of compared it to how I felt with my ex-girlfriend, my first
Hey.
girlfriend. With my first girlfriend, the feelings were really intense because it was kind of toxic. It was like a push and pull. I would think that I had her, but
Yeah.
then I would see her talking to her ex, so the feelings were always really strong. But so maybe I kind of doomed myself with that first
So
relationship.
you brought the baggage to the relationship.
Ooh, I did.
a bit,
I did.
a bit.
I definitely did. But at the end, yeah, I was like, this. It's not really changing. My emotions aren't changing.
Yeah.
So it's better if I end this.
Ended earlier
But I
than
think
later.
The fact that when we're leading to starting to date, there's a lot of emotions. You're very excited,
Mhm.
but then there's always a crash. But I think the crash between a person you like and the person you're not sure of depends. Because if you like that person and you start dating, the crash is a different crash. I feel like
Yeah.
it's more of a
After the honeymoon
It's like a
phase,
softening.
basically.
It's
a
not like
softening. It's not a big dip.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's more like you're comfortable.
Mhm.
And
Yes,
Mhm.
Yeah,
comfortable.
it's different.
Yeah. How did
Yeah.
you?
Hmm?
Yeah, it's
Wait,
only-
how many exes did you say you have? Two. Right?
Two, yeah.
And how did they?
How
break?
did those relationships go? What led to their demise?
Okay, so I think my first breakup was in high school, and I just think we weren't compatible. And then,
But you dated for a long time.
but we did it for a long time. But then there was this other situation where a girl at that time that was friends with me liked him too, and then one thing led to another. She started dating him.
Whoa.
While you were dating.
No, after we dated. But she was my friend first, and then
Mm.
But there was a phase where you're always on and off, right?
there was
More
yeah,
towards
it was
the
that phase, yeah, on and
Yeah.
off.
And then,
And
she
then-
got with him.
And then she got with him, and then they started dating in high school. So I like, it's like one of the worst things that can happen to you when you're in high school,
Yeah.
because it's all about those stupid ass dramas at that time.
And she was your friend.
And she was my friend, which was the worst.
But after that, she was no longer a friend.
She wasn't my friend, but then we
Made up.
made up again, like after they broke up.
Why did you guys break up?
Why did we break up? Because I said we weren't
Compatible.
that compatible. Yeah.
And how did you deal with the breakup?
How I dealt with it.
Yes.
I mean, with my first breakup, I thought
I mean, you were always on and off. So the first time you broke up must have been hard, but then the other one
Must have been really hard, but compared to my second breakup,
yeah.
my last one's like it's nothing comparable. Cause one thing is, I don't know, like in high school we were dating, it was semi-serious, but not that serious. But for my second breakup, it was pretty serious and it was really hard to move on. But I think with time and with other things that I did to entertain, like pastime and think about other things.
Did your friends help
Did my friends help? Yeah, they did help.
with the breakup?
They did help with the breakup.
Do you guys think like when you're dating, you break up, you don't really move on from that person. You find someone that you have a much bigger feeling towards, but you don't really like 100% move on from your ex. If you really liked / loved someone, you never stop loving them. You just love the next person
Just
More.
as much.
no, in a bigger intensity. So it seems like you're over them, but there's a part of you that will always love them. You know
I get what you're saying, yeah.
I think
But that has to be with someone that you really truly love,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
just like liked.
Yeah.
Because like this, like moving on, it's like whatever. You don't even know they
Yeah,
existed.
but like if
at
you
one point.
loved them, because at that time, like it was like you love them, you
Yeah.
know? And you never really move past that. You just meet someone else that you love more,
Yeah.
and then that's
Yeah.
when you like really move on.
Yesterday we went to dinner with my grandma and our cousin, and he told me something so interesting that I never thought.
What?
And there's this conception that you should date your best friend, right? A lot of people say that you should date your best friend, but then he was telling me that he had an ex, and that ex was his girlfriend and his best friend. But when they broke up, he lost his girlfriend and his best friend. So there's so much pressure in that person if that person is your best friend / your girlfriend, because it's the love and the friendship all in the same person. So you lose. Although everyone says and it's good because you connect way more, it's also so risky because you have both the best friend and the girlfriend in the same person.
But if you really love your partner, he / she is your best friend.
Yeah.
And that's
Like,
a
if you're-
risk you have to be willing to take.
But it's
Yes.
not. It's not that. It's
100%
like
and not-
if you and your partner are not best friends, it won't last.
True.
You know.
Yeah, I just thought it was really interesting.
No, it
because-
is. Yeah, you lose both. It's risky business, but
I mean,
Yes.
yeah, the biggest thing you can do to protect yourself from something like that is to not just have them by your side, also have your
Yeah.
circle of friends.
yeah, don't
Yeah.
exactly. Some
Mhm.
people when they get into relationships,
Yeah.
they just like they're the only person
Their
in their
whole
life.
world
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
they just like
is your partner.
disconnect from the other friends, and then when they break up, it's like I have no one now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
That's what we
good, that's
spoke
good.
about in the
But
red
that's a
flag
lot
video.
of pressure
Yeah.
for the partner if you don't have any friends.
True.
We talked about this.
Yeah.
It's a green flag when
Yeah.
your partner has their group of friends
Yeah.
because then it's less pressure for you.
Hmm.
What about you guys? How was your breakup? Fleep.
Me? So it's also not the best breakup because I
No
was,
breakup is good.
yeah, there's no perfect breakup, but I'd say mine was way below the average breakup because we dated for a year and I broke up with her on the day we did 1 year.
Damn.
On the day.
Yeah, on the day.
That's
So-
cold.
So, wait, actually, I decided to break up with her on the day, but then I broke up with her the next day. So
You took that into consideration and you waited a day, basically. right?
Not really. I just wasn't courageous enough to tell her. So basically, I'm from Port and she's from Lisbon, and I came to Lisbon to celebrate the 1 year anniversary. And we went to dinner, and then after that, we went to karaoke with you guys. And I don't know if I should say the story, but basically, my friends and my family could see that I wasn't happy. I don't know how they could tell that because I don't know how they could tell that. But during the KTV after our dinner, 3 of my friends came up to me and they said that, Fee, you're not happy. You need to make a decision. You've dragged this along for so long because we've had breakups and we have on and offs during the 1 year, and I don't think I was happy, honestly, but I also couldn't tell how my friends could tell that I wasn't. But after my parents told me, after my friends told me,
But there was one person that said that I was like, whoa, you know. So like we have a baby brother, and he has a babysitter, and the babysitter we call her grandma because like we're close, and she told my parents like, last time I saw Felipe, he seemed very unhappy, like
Oh
she
my
could
God.
tell.
yeah.
So
Okay, then I guess I was an easy tell. Everyone thought I wasn't happy, and truly, I think I was because on the last few months it wasn't that healthy. So when my friends told me, I made a decision that I was gonna break up, and then at that during that night we came home, and I already decided I was gonna break up with her, but I just couldn't. I just didn't have the courage to tell her, so I just didn't speak with her through the whole night. So that was the most uncomfortable night I've had because we were both in the bed and I couldn't sleep because I knew what was gonna happen, and she also couldn't sleep because she knew something was wrong.
she could feel.
She
yeah,
could feel.
Of course.
So I just spent the whole night. I don't think I was able to sleep, but so the next morning, we wake up and then I just tell her, and then yeah, we both got emotional. Then we even got lunch, and then I took her home, and then I think I was
We
with you,
drove
right?
back to
I was with you,
Porto.
and then we drove back to Porto and just broke down.
Yeah, I saw
And-
him crying like, whoa. I was a
Hey,
bit like,
I didn't
whoa.
cry. Yeah,
It's
but
okay.
yeah, it
it's
was-
a breakup.
yeah, it was
1 year
my
breakup.
first serious relationship
Yeah.
and the first breakup I've had, and yeah, that year went by really fast. We had a lot of good times, but I now look back and I think I made the right decision.
Yeah.
But the fact that I broke up with her on the day we celebrated is because the next day we had to leave. So I wanted to do that in person because it's always better to hear it
Yeah.
in person.
Mm-hmm.
So the timing wasn't right because we did 1 year the day before,
Yeah.
but I had to.
But the timing is never right. And
Yeah, the
as
timing
soon
is-
as you know, you should say something because if you drag it, it's worse for everyone.
Exactly.
But I feel like it was, you made, like in the bad scenario, you made the best possible.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not best possible, but it was not, you
Mhm.
try to make it.
So before you came to celebrate the 1 year anniversary, that was your intent already. Before
no,
celebrating.
no.
It was
No.
after.
It was after. So
okay,
after-
so you made the right move.
No, but we went Barcelona. We went to Barcelona
yes,
to watch the High Brothers.
yes.
And then we came back, and then it was a few days later, it was your anniversary, and we were in KTV.
hmm
And you spent all that time together.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, because we could just feel, I feel like they're both really good people. Like, she was really nice. It's just that you were not compatible. So you're always fighting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And yeah,
I
I-
wa-
I think that's why.
yeah, I was in the middle of the crossfire of some fights.
Yes. I mean,
share.
I got to admit that I was no, don't share. Because the reason why I don't want him to share is because I also feel like I was 18 through 19 that year, and I also feel like it's a lot of it is my fault. I was really immature. I always wanted to be right. I was so how do you say? Not
Petty.
stubborn. I was
Stubborn.
very
Oh,
stubborn.
stubborn.
Yes.
At the
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
I always wanted to be right, and my friends also know that I was very childish. Hopefully, I'm better now, but it's a two-way street. When something doesn't work, you also have to look internally and see what are you doing wrong.
Mhm.
You were a bit childish at that
Yes,
time.
I was
Yeah,
very
and she was
childish.
much more mature.
Yes, and she was 1 year older than me, so
And girls mature earlier than
and
guys.
she was yes, I agree. So I was I was very mature.
Yes.
But the
it's
breakup
okay.
was hard. I remember.
Yeah, no, I remember.
I remember I added Guang, you, and Bruno to a
To a group
WeChat
chat,
group.
yeah.
And I just remember, I think it was the day I came back. I was like, oh, my eyes never been so red. I took a photo. I don't know if you remember. Yeah.
Okay, I remember this very well because like my breakup was a few days before yours.
What?
Yes, because so it was like 2 weeks before yours. So no, 1 week and a half. Okay, it doesn't matter. Like 10 days. So I broke up with my ex, and then I was really, really sad. I was crying every day, and I didn't do anything for the next. It was during summer. I didn't do anything other than watching Netflix. And my brother, he got mad at me. He was like, okay, you've been through a breakup, but you can't be like lying on your bed and only watching Netflix. And I told him, if I don't watch Netflix, I'm gonna think about him and I'm gonna cry. And I don't wanna think about him.
Yes.
So this is why I'm watching Netflix until I fall asleep. And then my brother, he didn't understand. And then a week after and a bit, he broke up. And then the next few days of his breakup, he was like, Dani, now I get your point. Now I understand. So, yeah.
Yeah. Lesson
Breakups-
learned. Lesson learned.
Breakups are hard.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say Netflix is the best way. Maybe go out of your house and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Get
to
distracted.
some way to get your mind off of it.
Yeah. I have a question. How long did you guys take to get over it? Like fully get over it? More or less. Because I remember a few weeks after, I still dreamt about my ex. Is that the correct grammar? Dreamt?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, teacher.
When to start? How much time?
Okay, so
What's the definition of fully getting over? Like not thinking about them on a
Not
daily
thinking that
basis?
much. Yeah, you're
When you
sometimes
actually think you've moved on.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
I didn't want to really get into this. So basically, I broke up with him because something happened, and then I broke up with him, and then we went Barcelona and then Lisbon, and then I came back, and then we started talking again because he still had things to say. So, and then we got back for a while, and then during that while, I just like slowly started losing the feeling, and then I broke up with him. But the first time we broke up, it was really hard. It took me like because we went Barcelona. Like I stayed at home for 4 days, and then we went Barcelona, and then I distracted myself. So then when I got back, I was much better.
Mhm.
So I'd say like a week.
Damn.
A week?
A week.
A
Wait,
week.
how long did you guys date for?
A week, because then we got back together.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then the feeling started fading away, and then I broke up with him again.
But how long did you guys date?
Not that long, 2 months. But
2
it was
months.
during summer, and we were always together.
Hmm.
So it was like quite like intense 2 months. But,
Mhm.
but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me the first one just took like to not think about her took a long ass time.
Yeah.
I think it took way too long for a 3 month
It
long
was your
relationship.
first one, right? So
I think it must have been like to completely not think about her.
not
Like-
completely, but like Sonia said,
Mm.
when
When you're
you
ba-
think
Mhm.
you've moved on,
Yeah.
Okay. Like 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah.
That's not that bad.
It was just like a 3 month long relationship.
That's true. Double the. For me, I think we broke up in October, and I think February I was good. So 4 months.
Mhm.
Because I remember during Christmas, I dreamt about her.
She
I
came to
don't
visit
remember.
you.
No, I don't remember. I don't know why, but I just remember there was a moment where once I woke up and I had a dream about her. But then after that, I think I even called her. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's a bit yeah. But I think I took a long time. I took
Mhm.
4 months.
I want to ask something though. But have you really moved on? Like right now, have you really moved on?
Yes. We went to, so we have a friend in common. We went to the wedding and she was there. I didn't know she was there, but we had a conversation and I'm pretty happy that she's
Seeing someone
already
else.
yeah, she's already seeing someone else. She's happy. I'm happy. So it was more of a learning experience for us. It was my first girlfriend and I was her first boyfriend. So we've shared a lot of good memories and
Yeah, but sometimes you still think about your memories, right?
yeah, of course. And it was especially because it was the first
So
one.
have you really moved on?
I'd say so because now I
You wouldn't-
completely don't
yeah.
think because it's been a long time. It's been
Yeah.
5 years already.
Yeah. 5 years. Whoa.
Yeah, 2019.
Whoa.
It's been
Time
5
flies.
years.
That's
Time
crazy.
flies.
We're-
Whoa.
Half
What?
a decade.
Holy crap.
What about you? Are you still not over?
No, I
Maybe.
am over. I think it took me way longer than these guys. I think it took me around like half a year to 1 year and a half.
But you did
For
it
both
for
my
so
boyfriends.
long.
1 year and a half.
Yeah, because I don't think it takes like months to get over something so
Like it's still in the back of your mind sometimes.
Yeah.
Or like when one day you're reminded of him, or one day you smell his perfume and you're like, ooh,
yeah.
you know. Like small moments, they still come up.
Mm.
But
Right.
when you're in the breakup, you think if it's an intense breakup, you think, I can't move on. You keep thinking, I can't move on. But when the day comes and you realize you've moved on, I think that's like the best thing you can possibly feel after
Yeah, it's a great
breakup.
feeling.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's an amazing feeling.
But it's really weird how you get so close to someone
And one day they're
and then
strangers.
suddenly
You're
you become strangers. Yeah, you become
Whoa.
strangers.
That's hella
It's
crazy.
crazy because when I saw my ex at the wedding,
Mm.
that thought just came to mind. Like
yeah.
I used to love her and spend all my time I could with her, and now I look at her and we seem like strangers.
What?
But that's crazy.
What?
That gives like chills.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's giving me chills.
Ah, yeah.
Hey, we were both in uni when we broke up. Like, at least for me, it was so hard to focus on coursework and stuff. What about you?
Even without the girlfriend, I couldn't focus on work. Like uni life was nothing but was everything but studies for me. But
I mean-
but yeah, it clouds everything. Not only studies. Because when we dated long distance actually, we started and I went straight to Manchester. So a lot of the time was only video calls and everything. But long distances,
I
Don't
hate long
work
distance relationship.
so
No
hard.
offense to
Did
the
you-
ones who are doing.
you also had long distance.
There
sort
was
of.
like a period, like
Wait,
3
wasn't
weeks.
she from Nottingham?
No, but then she went back to China and went to the US as well.
For holiday purposes.
Yeah. I wouldn't really call it long distance relationship. Yeah.
I think it's way harder to start dating and then you're together and then do long distance. That's so hard because at least for me,
You're used
I'm-
to.
yeah, because we started directly long distance, so we didn't have the period of time we were always
Overcome.
together, so we didn't know what we were missing.
True.
True that. True that.
I feel like the person that suffered the most was Sonia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From us four, yeah, probably.
That was intense.
That was
Yeah, that was really
intense.
intense.
Why did you guys break?
Which one?
The big one.
I feel like it was very toxic at one point. At one point, I couldn't even like. Love was actually blind for me, and it was just doing me
was.
really bad. But I was just so stuck in the feeling. I think of how I feel in this. I don't know. And then I had to wake up. People told me, I didn't want to believe them, but
Yo, I remember at that party, we all got really scared for
We
you.
were so scared.
Yeah.
that time.
Like we were all
Well,
in the living room.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about it.
Wait,
was
in that
20.
house, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that
It
was.
was really super like, whoa, what
Yeah,
the hell?
that looks so toxic. I never saw you so sad, actually.
Actually though, I was so worried. You
Yeah.
gave us a scare, bro.
It's crazy how, because you said your friends talk to you. I think we're so lucky that we're in a group of friends where they help us. Because I don't think I would be able to make that decision without my friends telling so. Because I honestly think I was so into the relationship that I would drag it for as long as I could.
Yeah.
But with so many signs and my friends literally taking me out of the karaoke.
Intervention.
Yeah, it was an actual intervention. You guys took me out of the karaoke, took me outside, and the three of you just bashing me. And I don't know how I took it, but I'm grateful that you guys did what you guys did. Because it wasn't doing me any good, and it was also not doing her any good.
No.
Because it's
Yeah.
dragging the inevitable. So
Yeah.
thank you, friends. So friends are crucial.
Yes.
Get a good friend group around you and you can fight anything.
Facts.
Yeah. What techniques did you use to move on? Sonia talked
Yeah, I
about
was just
hers,
about to
Benny as
ask
well.
that.
Wait, what about you?
Okay, I think I'm gonna start off with the worst thing you can do after a breakup is go clubbing and get with other people.
It's called the rebound.
Everyone thinks, yeah, like, oh my god, I just broke up, let's go
Oh,
out. But
no,
I feel like
yeah.
that's literally the worst way
I
you
feel
can
like you
do.
wake up the next day feeling so much worse.
Yeah,
But
Like, what the hell did I do?
It's the most common thing.
but it's the
people
most
do.
common
Yeah.
way.
But
Wait.
did you guys do that?
Yes.
Yes.
I did.
Really? I
Yes.
did not. 我们好乖啊.
But alcohol, yeah, it was because especially it was in uni. I went back to uni, and I
Single and ready to mingle.
Single Pringle.
no, it's just that during my 1 year with my ex, I was in uni and I didn't really go out. I just
Yeah.
spent time at home playing games with this guy, OG. And when we broke up, my friends were all telling me, "Let's just go out, just get distracted,"
Mhm.
and that's what I did. Not the best, to be
Well, I had
honest.
a really different experience.
How did you?
Basically, like, I don't think I should be saying this on the internet.
Go on.
Basically, we broke up, like really broke up, and then like a year. During that year, I didn't get with any guys in any type of way, because to me it was like going clubbing, get with a guy. But then when you had that relationship, when you had that feeling, when you're like together, everything that you do, the feeling is just more intense and different than a random guy that you just met. Like there's no meaning with that. And the feeling that you have when you're being intimate and everything, like it's so much different that for me, during that year, I was like, this does not make sense at all for me to go out and get with other guys because it just doesn't make sense. If I had this, why would I want this?
Yes, that's so true. Cause I think when I went clubbing, maybe I was searching for the same level of intensity, but you can never get it. You just
Yeah.
need to accept that you're coming down and you need to slowly get
Back up.
back up.
What was that quote about desperate times and not?
Desperate time. Oh.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
No, the time like when you're
When you're
when you're
desperate, you
hungry.
look for
when you're hungry.
anything.
Don't go shopping.
Don't go grocery shopping when you're hungry. This
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
From the last episode, the quotes one. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out.
Mhm.
But let's give now like tips on how to move on from a breakup.
Just work on yourself, I think.
That's so cliche, but it never works.
No, but
Let's
it's like-
be realistic.
Learn to be alone again. I feel like you shouldn't get into a relationship straight away. You should first learn to be alone again.
Yeah.
Learn to love yourself again. And then when you're ready, when you feel ready, when you're like fully comfortable with yourself and back together again, then you can accept like another
It's cliche,
relationship.
but it's the absolute truth though.
Yeah, because when you go from one relationship straight to the next one, I feel like it's not healthy. It's just like you just when I look at those people, I just feel like they don't know how to be alone.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're always like in relationships. They don't
yes.
learn how to be alone. So are you with that person because you really, really love them? Or is
Or-
it because you were lonely and you didn't want to be lonely? You don't know how to be alone.
I've actually had a friend that hasn't been single for a long time. Like, I'd say 10 years plus.
Is he our friend too?
No.
Okay.
But
I know we know someone.
We know
We know?
someone.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's pretty telling of, are you dependent? Are you always dependent on someone?
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
scared to be alone? Are you but it's really good to have a period between relationships to be with yourself and alone, because you should try and reflect on the relationship. Have some
Yeah.
time and not move on so fast, because there's so many lessons to be learned from the previous one. And especially for me, I learned so many lessons.
So imagine I'm trying to come up with a better analogy, but imagine like you're in a relationship and you have all this baggage. You know, you need that time to
Unload it,
unload
unpack.
it, unpack, and make everything make sense again.
Sort
and
out the
then
clothes.
or else you're gonna take all that baggage into your next relationship, and that's
Yeah.
never healthy.
So that's a good way to deal with a breakup. Unload
Unload.
your baggage.
Your bull poop.
Your what?
You're what?
Boo poop.
Your
Bull
boba.
poop.
Ah,
We
I
cannot
guess.
swear on this podcast.
yes.
I can.
Oh, bull poop.
Boo, poop.
Bruh.
What is this? Are we like a kids friendly
Yeah,
show
come
or something?
on.
Bullshit.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah, Chief. What's up? Fogo.
Wait, what's fogo?
Fire.
Sleep
Then
is
speak
our,
it in English.
It's like
sleep-
shit in
Sleep is our sheriff. Our podcast.
our commandant.
sheriff. What?
What? But it's so hard to deal with breakups. I haven't gone through it in a long time, but I don't find it hard if I want. I don't want to do it again.
It was
I want to
actually-
find.
I don't want to go through a breakup again too. I don't
but we
think
have
anyone
to.
does.
But we
We
have
have
to.
to.
That's a risk we have to take.
Yes.
So, okay.
Yeah. Also, a lot of people make this mistake of when they go through a breakup, they get so scared that on their next relationship they never fully trust because they're so scared to be hurt again, which is completely normal, but it's wrong. Like you shouldn't, because you're putting up walls, and then you're not having the full experience, and you never know what could happen. So you need that time to unload,
Yeah.
and then
I think
give your all.
you were the one who told me that always when you start a relationship, always start at a blank page.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Don't bring anything behind because that's gonna
It's like mostly when people get cheated on,
Yeah.
then when they go to the next relationship, they always think that all men are the same.
Yeah, they probably
This
have
is going to
trust
be the
issues
same. They have
and
trust issues, this
yeah.
and that. But you have to, in the beginning, you have to give them a full blank page. Like you have to fully trust them because they haven't done anything yet.
Yeah.
That person,
to
not
prove.
men,
Yeah.
that person in general hasn't done anything yet for you to.
Distrust.
Yeah.
But I think, but you should also be slightly somewhat aware also and not just be blindsided.
No,
and,
yes.
blank
Yeah,
page, he's not going to do
obviously.
anything.
No, but it's like you're more aware of the signs, but you cannot judge him because
Yeah.
he hasn't done anything yet.
Based
but
off
you're
your
aware
past
of the signs.
experience,
Like,
yeah.
on the past relationship, you learned, if he starts being like this, maybe there's something going on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're more aware, but you cannot judge them based on the fact that all men are the same.
Yeah.
I think it all will come down to communication.
Yeah.
All of that can be
That's-
sorted with one serious conversation.
An honest conversation.
Yes. Were we always honest in our relationships? Who here lied about the beauty of the partner?
What do you mean
What do
beauty
you
of the
mean?
partner?
When the girl asks, "Do I look pretty?" and you're like, the outfit doesn't look good, but you're like, "Yeah, yes,
No, I've
amazing."
never done that.
I've never done that too.
Oh,
I've
but
said
guys,
it straight true.
I think this was
Change.
meant for.
I hate those shoes.
Let me think. Have you?
Actually, no. But I've heard a lot about people saying, white lies, white lies.
Sometimes you gotta tell a little white lie, Don't be too, like
Don't
let
be-
them have.
Yeah.
You know,
Like, if
they
it's gonna-
love the outfit. Just go. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it too.
If
For
it's
guys,
gonna affect, okay.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't change anything, and she's happy.
because you could possibly ruin her whole day by saying
By
the
saying,
truth.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
She
true.
will be like,
The girl spends
Yeah.
1 hour doing makeup, getting the right outfit
Yeah.
just for the guy,
yeah,
and then you destroy her whole day by saying,
yeah,
"Yeah, it looks okay."
yeah.
Or imagine like you get a haircut and you tell her it doesn't look nice. Like she's gonna spend the rest of like the time for it to grow back again, like
Damn, yeah.
feeling bad. Why?
True.
Like there's no
Hey,
point.
that actually happened to my parents. Like my mom years ago, she got a franja, and my
How do you say?
dad,
How do you say? Bangs.
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 Yeah,
my mom
bangs.
got bangs. I don't think she looks the best with bangs. And then my dad saw her, and then he literally told her the truth. And then my mom was really like sad for the whole day.
Aw.
Oh.
And then she grew it out, and she never got back again.
Wait, but how did your dad say it? Because I think delivery also makes a big difference.
True.
Like if you're like, you look horrible in that.
He literally said 这个很难看，不好看。
This is very ugly.
The translation is, "This looks
like
very
it doesn't
ugly."
suit you, and I don't think it suits my mom.
Wait,
so.
how would, like, imagine you girls got bangs and it didn't look good. Would you prefer your guy to lie about it or to say it?
To be honest,
To be honest.
I would rather know, like, I look horrible, let me know.
But now you're saying this. In the moment, you wouldn't say that.
No, I would.
In the
I would
moment,
be like,
you would get so offended and you would prefer a white
no,
lie.
you would be offended, but it's still better than not telling you, right?
What do you think is the
Yes.
best way to go about it? Like, oh, I think other haircuts suit you better. That's like,
I think you provide context. You say, firstly, you look beautiful in any type of way.
ooh,
But
start with a compliment.
This one is one that is the least out of the amazing. Yeah, something like that. You look amazing either way. I love you either way, but this one is not one of your best.
Yeah.
You know the haircut thing about guys? It's like, for you to know if a girl truly likes you, chop your head off. Chop your hair off.
Chop your head off.
No, how'd you say? How'd you say? it?
Shave.
Shave,
your
shave.
head off. Hair.
Hair.
Yeah. And then it's like if she still dates you after this, it means that she really loves you.
Or you got bread. If you have bread.
Yeah.
But then you're marrying a gold digger.
Sure.
Yeah. How do you prove?
Donate.
Don't know.
Okay, what you guys think is the worst way to break up with someone?
Through text.
Yes. Yes.
Through email.
Email.
Through a handwritten letter that takes like a week.
Bro,
to
through
arrive.
someone else.
No.
Through someone else.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the worst.
no.
That is the worst.
Hey,
Hey,
tell
through
her
someone
that I'm
else.
breaking up with her. That's so bad.
Damn, that's so bad.
That is the worst.
But have you? Do you
That is
guys
the
know
worst.
someone who's done that though?
No.
Because I don't think I know.
What, someone who's too afraid to break up and
And they
He
tell
tells the
someone else to break up
Hey,
for them.
no,
No,
I've
right?
I've never heard of that.
No.
But it does happen.
that's
I
the
just-
same as telling someone to marry you from another person. Oh, tell him if he wants to marry me.
What?
Wait,
Yeah.
what do you guys think of this business idea? Start a breakup service. Like, you hire a guy. to go
I'm
up
pretty
to
sure
the
that already
person,
exists.
And then
Bring balloons and do a big party.
Yeah,
Hey,
they'll-
breaking up with you.
because it makes it a joyful thing, you know.
Oh my god.
Nah.
Do you know?
nah,
Do you know those guys that you pay? I think they're from Africa. That they have a board that
Oh.
say "Happy Birthday,
Yes,
dance."
yeah.
Saying break up. We're gonna
Happy
we
breakup.
gotta
Would pay
break
for
up.
that.
Hey, that's so bad.
No, but I mean, the breakup is not to be celebrated, right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
It would
it's a
be
new
a service,
beginning.
but for more soft
Post- yeah.
breakup.
Postmortem.
Give some flowers, some chocolates.
What about
I'm
a
breaking up with
post-breakup
you.
service, like something to cheer the person up?
I feel like, do you think that would help?
What?
It's like, hey, I care for you so
I
much.
think
Here you
the
go.
only-
Bye.
Oh,
The only thing that relieves the breakup is time. Nothing you do,
Preach. Preach.
nothing you do will make it better except time. Because I think the quote is "Time heals. Time will heal. You'll heal through
Time
time."
heals everything.
Best quote today. Fuck.
I only said one.
Yeah, you only said one.
Yeah, but time really heals. I think we can't cheat time.
No.
So
But talking about breakups, we haven't talked about divorce. Imagine getting divorced. Because we're not there yet, but like divorce is like with kids. It's like, oh my
Yeah.
God.
Hey,
Yeah.
with
How to deal with that?
But
we don't know.
How to deal with that?
We have no idea.
I feel like if you have kids and you're at the stage where you want a divorce,
Mhm.
I think you should really give it one last try. Like go to therapy,
mm-hmm.
and then if after that you can't, just do the divorce. Don't drag it for too
Yeah.
long because the kids suffer more if you're always fighting.
Yeah.
You know, like that's so much worse. But if you like are at that stage where you feel like I'm losing feelings, okay, just have a divorce but still be like friendly. You know, because if it gets that stage where it gets ugly, it's just so much worse. Like I have a few like friends that their parents are divorced, but their parents' relationship is good. They went to graduation together, to their graduation together. Like they still talk. What's up with the girls? What do you
Yeah.
know? Like they make decisions together, which is really important. And they have a home, which is with their mom. But every time they want to have dinner with their dad or they want to sleep over, like it's completely fine. But they have one home. When it's like, I feel like when it's shared custody, 1 week there, 1 week here, it's so much harder. Like if you want to spend time with your dad, go. Like whenever you want. But your home is here.
yeah.
But I think the worst
What?
scenario is like lots of
That's
people.
crazy. I never heard of something like that.
But it's good.
Yeah.
You've never heard so many.
Like a shared
Portuguese
home after
people-
divorce.
No.
No.
not a shared home.
Shared custody.
It's like they
You spend
live
one.
with their mom.
Uh-huh.
But whenever they want, like the
Ah,
mom has to do
okay.
a relationship with the dad. It's so like 1 week you go to your
Oh,
dad,
yeah,
1 week
yeah.
you come here. Like you live here. Every time you want to be with him, like you're free to go.
I thought you said that they still lived in the same,
Same
house.
No,
house.
okay,
No.
that's crazy.
Okay,
That's hella crazy. No,
But divorce is
it's really hard. Yeah,
so complicated. So complicated.
but I think it's even more complicated when it gets ugly, and then when they're fighting for custody or
Mhm.
Yeah.
they're that's or when the mom doesn't let the kids see the dad. That's like so much worse for the kids.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
You're pitting your dad as a bad person.
I can only think about the future of the kids, like
Mm-hmm.
going through a divorce from their parents. It's a, how do you say, a foreshadowing of what might be possible if their relationship doesn't work, and there's this way out. Because if you divorce, it means you're giving up, right? And if your kids see the parents breaking up, doesn't it increase the likelihood that in the future when they get into relationships they also see a way out as a divorce? Because at least from my parents, they're not divorced, and the mindset I have going into a relationship, if I'm deciding to marry, I'm doing everything I can. Like, divorce is not an option for me. Firstly, of course, I need to be 100% sure, but when I am sure, divorce won't be an option. Unless, of course, there's exceptions, but because my parents are so tight and they didn't, and my family, it's rare to have divorce. I don't have as
Okay,
an
but there are
option.
three types. You have the happy family. You have the one that should get a divorce but doesn't, and then you have the one that
Hey.
gets a divorce. What do you think if they're unhappy? Do you think the kid will have a better future if they're always fighting and it's really toxic at home and he just wants to leave home, or if they get divorced but they're peacefully divorced?
Yeah, I was just gonna
Yeah.
say about that point because there are lots of couples that still live together. They don't love each other, but they're together because of the kids.
I feel like that's so much.
And you
worse.
basically ruin your own life. I know it's for the sake of the kids, but I think you should also put yourself in.
But your kids can feel like
Yeah.
they know.
Yeah,
They're
they
not
will know at
stupid.
one point.
But all the decisions you've made until that point, you need to take responsibility. You have kids. You made a decision to spend the rest of your life with that person. You decided to have kids with that person and to raise them in a way that makes them the best outcome possible. Then don't you think, even though you really want to divorce, don't you think you should also take into account the responsibilities that you took on to have kids? Even though you're not going to be happy, you have kids.
Okay, let me. You're speaking to me as if I believe in divorce. I do
No,
not
no,
believe
no,
in
of course.
divorce. I'm just trying to bring you another point of view.
Yes, of course.
Because I don't believe in divorce either. I would do anything to not divorce. But firstly, I would find someone that there's a feeling when you're sure. Okay, you're never sure, but even if it's because I believe that you learn to love someone through time. If the other box is checked, I can learn to love you for the rest of my life, right? And if we're compatible, I feel like even if we don't love each other, we'll be able to live in a nice household for our kids. This is who I want to find, even if one day we don't love each other. But I feel like that won't happen. But there are other families where, they just bump heads all the time. And the best possible decision is to divorce.
Yeah.
Or else it's so toxic and it's so much worse. Kids go through so much more pain if in those households where they're always fighting, there's no
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
When they're divorced, you can
Yeah.
can love them in your own way, and then he goes there and his dad loves them, and here, I love you. But if we're together and we're always fighting and the kid is always seeing us fight,
That's true.
that's a lot worse. It's
Yeah, I agree.
I agree too.
and then for kids, they tend to choose a side, hey, I hate my dad now.
Yeah.
But if you just, distance yourself from the other person, everyone lives happier.
Yeah, but I guess that's true. I think if you're put in a position where the best outcome is to indeed get a divorce, then I think you should get better for the kids.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good time to wrap this up. We're doing Would You Rathers now, our tradition. You want to explain what the tradition is?
At the end of each video, we do a would you rather.
And we're not supposed to explain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for this video, it's Would you rather experience the heartbreak of a relationship ending suddenly and without explanation, leaving you with no closure, or go through a prolonged breakup where both of you know it's ending, but you have to endure months of emotional pain,
Months.
and you know it's like coming? Wait, should I repeat that? That was so
No, I
long.
think it was clear.
No.
It
So
was clear, but it's
Was it clear?
end the relationship with no closure or have a very long, like, end of a relationship.
Prolonged,
Like
yeah.
you already know it's
But
gonna
no
end.
closure at all, like for the rest of your
It's
life.
just like bye.
Yeah.
We're breaking up.
An
Bye.
intense
No explanation.
an
nothing.
intense relationship.
Like your relationship is going well, and then suddenly it ends. And you
it
don't
ends.
know.
They end with you, and they don't
Oh.
explain to you why.
They just leave.
They
Like,
just leave
break
and they
up,
fly
bye.
to another country. To make it more specific.
I just want to say this is the hardest would you rather I think we've had. So props to
Thanks, ChatGPT. Okay, I'll go first. I think the prolonged relationship, and I'll endure like months of pain after.
Me too.
Because I would rather
Me three.
No explanation.
Me 3.
Me four.
Yeah.
The abrupt one is too bad.
We're all
Yeah.
masochists.
What's that?
It's like you like to hurt yourself.
I'm an overthinker, so
Yes.
Yeah, that would probably be so much worse.
that would kill
Okay,
me.
no, then we can't
Yes.
explain. We
Yeah.
can't
Yeah,
explain.
no explanation.
Thank you guys so much for watching another video. We hope you enjoyed this. And make sure to
Like.
Comment.
And subscribe and follow us in all our social medias. It's down below.
And it's free.
and it's free. And subscribing is free also. I know you guys are watching there and not subscribing, so make sure you subscribe.
Yes.
Good wrap up.
Bye.